lead the charge over in League One. In fact, they've got a nice little cushion as they head into the match day this coming weekend. But Ipswich aren't giving up hope just yet for the top spot. We're going to take a look at that and more next. That's right, folks. Perhaps giving a prediction video today. We're looking forward to match number 15 in the League One, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe button back to all things League One related, Blackburn Rovers related, World Cup related later this year. That's right, of course. Portsmouth, where are they? They free fall down to 5th spot, but of course it is Plymouth lead the charge and 4-point cushion over Ipswich, who are in 2nd spot. Of course, what's going to happen this coming weekend? We'll take a look at all of it in a second. Of course, people shout out my VIPs. They are the patrons. You know who you are. But anyway, let's get into it and have a look at what we're talking about. We're talking about recapping the results, which of course did take place this past weekend. So here we go, kicking off with Derby County, big 3-0 win over Stanley. I went the other way, wrong. Meanwhile, Bolton and Barnsley drew 0-0. I went with a 2-2. Burton, Albion 0, Morecambe 0 was my pick. 1-1 it was, not too shabby for Durkarino. Meanwhile, Sheffield Wednesday 2-0 win over Cambridge. 2-1 win for me it was, not bad as well. Cheltenham got thumped even by Bristol Rovers. 4-1 win for them. Exeter 2-0, 4-2 loss to Oxford. I went the other way. Fleetwood did lose to Shrewsbury, big result for them. They're flying high. Ipswich, of course, a bit of a shitter there, losing to Lincoln. 1-0 loss. 3-1 wins for me. Plymouth 4-1 win over MK Dons. I went with a 2-1. Not too shabby. The Vegans did draw with Port Vale 2-2. I went with a 0-0. Wycombe did beat Peterborough 3-1. I went with a 2-1. And Charlton did thrash Portsmouth there 3-0 down at the Vale. Of course, that's the games that took place this weekend. I did okay, not brilliant, but of course okay. Plymouth Argyle though still remain sitting pretty at the top of the table. Ipswich are up there in 2nd spot. Sheffield Wednesday as well. Peterborough, monster gap between 3rd and 4th. Goodness gracious me, it is. Looks like a 3-horse race for the top 2 spots at the moment. And it's anybody's guess. I think if between Peterborough and even, I don't even know, I really don't even know. I don't even know. Lincoln City, maybe? All the way down there. All the way down there in the mix at the moment for the playoffs. It is that tight. Well done to Shrewsbury, though, for being in the mix. I'd love to see them do it at long last. Anyway, Morecambe, Burton, MK Dons, Forest Green Rovers are going down as it stands. Of course, it's the table for the Prediction League. Well done to Frosty. Of course he does. Of course he does. Well done to Shepherd as well. And of course Vinnie Hung and Riley Turton in the bronze. Of course, what about the overall lead one? We'll take our bloody bound Frosty again. 64 points. Alongside Shane O'Donnell and alongside Vinnie Hung. All three, a 3-way tie at the top of the table. Of course, well done to all of those. But of course, it's far from over. Far from over. But anyway, we'll keep on keeping. I'll keep on predicting. So here come the next games. Of course, use the link. Cutley League 1. Free to enter. Of course, get your name in lights. Here we go. I believe these are the games. Ipswich will kick us all off this coming Friday up against Derby County. Bit of a zinger at Portman Road. Played each other 39 times in 1995. 20 wins to Ipswich, 11 wins to Derby, and 8 draws. Of course, Ipswich they're winning 4 of the last 6, 67% for them right now. Derby County they're winning 3 and losing 3 of the last 6, 50% for them heading into this match. Last time around they were over at Ipswich. It was a 1-1 draw back in February 2019. Derby though were the 3-0 win over Stanley. Of course, Lincoln with a 1-0 win over Ipswich most recently. But the odds coming at you at Portman Road, 6-4 on is the Ipswich, 3-1 is your 50-4 is your away win here. Tight, airtight. Going to go with a win for Ipswich here. 2-1 win for them. Probably under the Sky cameras, I imagine, with a Friday night game like that. We'll see as well. Lincoln City up against Sheffield Wednesday, of course, coming at you this coming Saturday. Played each other 4 times since 2018. 1 for Lincoln, 2 for Sheffield Wednesday, 1 draw, of course. Lincoln, they're winning 3 of the last 6, 58% for them right now. Sheffield Wednesday are winning 4 of the last 5, 67% for them over the last 6. Last time around, they're over in Lincoln. It was a 3-1 win for Lincoln back in March 2021. Lincoln, though, with a 1-0 win at Ipswich, back-to-back clean sheets for them. Up against the Sheffield Wednesday side, back-to-back clean sheets for them, of course, beating Cambridge most recently. But the odds right here, right now, we've got Lincoln 16-5 with the victory, 2017 on is your Sheffield Wednesday, 13-5 is the draw. I'm back in, Lincoln City with a 1-0 win, a surprise win, which of course could bust open that gap a little bit wider between the top 2 and the chasing pack as well. That's my pick. We'll see about that. Stanley taking on Bolton, bit of a Northwest Crunch clash, of course, coming at you this coming weekend. Played the 5 times, 2019, 3 wins for Accrington Stanley, 1 for Bolton, and 1 draw, of course. So Stanley, they're winning 3, losing 3 of the last 6, 50% form for them right now. Up against the Bolton side, who've won once the last 5, 42% form for them heading into this match. Last time around, they're over at Stanley. Of course, it was a 1-0 win for the host back in December 2021. Stanley, though, did lose to Derby County 3-0 last time around. Back-to-back games now without scoring a goal. Bolton the same, though. 1-2-3 games now without scoring a goal. But they're coming to on the back of the draw against Barnsley. The odds right here, right now, we've got Stanley 50-8 for the victory, 11-8 is your Bolton, 12-5 is your draw. I'm going to go with a draw myself on this one. 1 apiece. A goal for Bolton, which of course will be a welcome relief, having gone a couple of games now without scoring a goal as well. We got Bristol Rovers. up against the leaders. Plymouth Argyle, of course, coming at you 23 times. They played each other since 2006. 7 wins for Bristol Rovers, 9 wins for Plymouth, 7 draws, of course. Bristol Rovers now unbeaten in the last 5 games, 75% form for them, winning 4 in the bounce, of course. Plymouth, though, go one better. They've actually won 6 on the bounce, unbeaten in the last 12 games, coming at you, of course, 100% form. Last time I played each other over at Bristol Rovers in the league, it was a 3-0 win for Bristol Rovers back in December 2020. Bristol Rovers, though, 4-1 win over Cheltenham. Plymouth, though, with a 4-1 win over MK Dons. Of course, both sides with big away wins most recently coming into this game. Plymouth, though, 23-20 for the victory, under 4 is your Bristol Rovers, 5-2 is the draw. I've gone Green Army here, but really, I can't rule out Bristol Rovers at the moment. Cannot rule them out. I think they just signed Scott Sinclair. Would you, Adam and Eve? That's a monster signing. Still can play, definitely at this level. Anyway, Burton Albion against Cheltenham, of course, played 14 times, 2010, 6 wins to Burton, 5 wins to Cheltenham, 3 draws, of course. Burton Albion, though, just 1 win, actually 50% form for them right now, 1-2 lost 8 and drawn 2 over the last 6. 50% form, of course. Meanwhile, Cheltenham, 50% form, also 1-3 and lost 3 over the last 6. Last round, though, over at Burton was a 1-1 draw. That was back in August 2021. In fact, it was back-to-back 1-1 draws between 2 sides, both home and away, last season. Burton, though, with a draw against Morecambe, back-to-back 1-1 draws for them heading into this. Of course, Cheltenham with a big 4-1 loss to Bristol Rovers. The odds for this one, Burton 11-10 for the victory, 23-10 is your Cheltenham, 5-2 is the draw. Cheltenham are in trouble here. I've gone with a 2-0 win for them, though. Whew. What am I thinking? What am I smoking? I don't even know. Cambridge up against Port Bloody Vale. Let's take a long look at this one then. Of course, coming at you. This is coming Saturday. Played the 7 times 2017. 4 was Cambridge, 3 for Port Vale, 0 draws. Cambridge, though, lost 4 on the spin. 33% form for them right now. Port Vale, of course, 1 win and 4. 58% form for them heading into this match. Last round, though, over at Cambridge was a 3-1 win for Cambridge back in October 2020. Cambridge, of course, back-to-back wins over Port Vale last season. That was both in League 2. Is that right? It wasn't last season. It was a season, a couple of seasons ago. Meanwhile, Port Vale with a 2-2 draw with the Vegans, and of course Cambridge with a 2-0 loss against Sheffield Wednesday. The odds for this, Port Vale are actually 6-4 for the 7-4 as your host, 25 is the draw here. Back in Cambridge with a 2-1 win for Port Vale, who are in a bit of a wobble. Cambridge also the same, both of them mid to lower table there, and both sides looking for victories and fast. Exeter City up against Fleetwood Town, of course, played each other 4 times, 2012. 2 wins for Exeter, nothing for Fleetwood, and we've got 2 draws, of course. Exeter, though, back-to-back defeats for them, 58% form for them, up against the Fleetwood Town side, just 1 win to 6, 33% form for them heading into this match as well. Last round, though, in Exeter was a 3-0 win for Exeter back in March 2014. It's been a long, long time, folks. Meanwhile, Shrewsbury did beat Fleetwood last round. Exeter lost to Oxford 4-2 zinger over in Exeter, of course. The odds right here, right now, we've got Exeter 6-5 on for their victory, 10-3 is your away win, 5-2 is the draw. And back in Exeter, 2-1 win for them at home over Fleetwood, who are struggling a little bit. In this match, or in the league at the moment. Meanwhile, Morecambe up against, who are you? Barnsley, that's right, a bit of a zing at the Globe, right? The Globe Aztec, or whatever they want to call it. They've done 3 times since 2007. 2 wins for Morecambe, 1 for Barnsley, no draws. Morecambe, though, without a win in 4 now. 42% form for them up against the Barnsley side, just 1 defeat past 6. 75% form for them heading into this match. Last time round, though, over in Morecambe, it was a 2-0 win for Morecambe. It was a friendly, of course, way back in July 2007. Does it really count? Probably not. The only times they played each other in competitive action have been in the EFL Cups. Barnsley winning one of them and Morecambe winning one of them. However, Morecambe did draw with Burton on the road. Bolton with a big 0-0 draw against Barnsley on the road as well for Barnsley last round. The odds right here right now, Morecambe at 3-1 for the victory to 11-10 on is your, of course, your Barnsley. 5-2 is the draw. Picking up a 2-0 win for Barnsley on the road. Big win for them. 3 points, of course. They are in the mix for not only playoffs, but maybe even more than that if things can go a little bit more salty for them as well. Meanwhile, Forest Green Rovers up against the Vegans. Forest Green Rovers are the Vegans up against Portsmouth. Play each other never. Of course, Forest Green 42% form for them right now, just 1 win and 5 up against Portsmouth side. 50% form, 1-2 lost 8 and drawn 2 over the last 6. Last time around, the Vegans did draw with Port Vale. Of course, Pompey did get stumped by Charlton 3-0 over at the Valley. The odds right here right now, we've got the Vegans coming at you 3-1 for the victory. 2017 on is your Pompey and 13-5 is the draw. Tight. Going to go with Portsmouth though. 2-0 win for them on the road. 3 points in the back. MK Dons up against Wycombe Wanderers over the Stadium. MK pitched the 17 times to the other 3, 9 wins to MK Dons, 5 wins to Wycombe, 3 draws of course. MK Dons though just 1 win and 5, 33% form for them right now. Back-to-back wins though for Wycombe right now, 33% form for them also heading into this match. Last round though over at the Stadium MK, it was a 1-0 win for MK. Of course, that was back in May 2022 in the semi-finals of the League One playoffs. Wycombe, of course, came out on top with the double header. Meanwhile, Wycombe with a 3-1 over Peterborough, and of course, MK Dons did get stuffed by Plymouth at home quite recently as well. Look at the odds. MK Dons 13-8 for the 12-5 is your draw. 31-20 is your away win here. Back in the draw here, 1-1 apiece, point split. And again, I think Wycombe are going to be happier with that more than MK Dons. Oxford United up against Peterborough, of course, coming out of this coming weekend. Played each other 16 times, 1983. 7 wins for Oxford, 6 wins for Peterborough, 3 draws, of course. Oxford, though, just 1 win and 6, 25% form for them right now. Peterborough, 1 defeated past 6, 75% form for them heading into this match, of course. Last time around, though, over at Oxford, the Kazam, it was a 0-0 draw back in March 2021. Wycombe with a 3-1 win over Peterborough most recently, and Oxford with a big 4-2 win over Exeter most recently. But the odds right here right now, we've got 7-5 is your Oxford, 13-5 is your draw, 70-10 is your away win. Back in Oxford with a 2-1 win, back at home, Kazam, 3 points up, and get away from that drop zone. Get away from that drop zone, and then wrap it up. The surprise package right now, Shrewsbury Town up against the Charlton Athletic side, also in around mid-table. Played each other 13 times since 2010. 6 wins for Shrewsbury, 5 wins for Charlton, 2 draws, of course. Shrewsbury, though, winning 3 of the last 4, 50% form for them over the last 6. Charlton, of course, also 50% form, 1-2 lost to, and drawn 2 over the last 6. Coming at you, though, last time around over at Shrewsbury, it was a 1-win for Shrewsbury back in November 2021. The Shrews pick up a 1-win over Fleetwood. Charlton with a big 3-0 win over Pompey. Scored 7 goals in the last 2 games combined. Have Charlton. But the odds right here right now, we've got Shrewsbury 70-10 for the victory, 11-5 is your draw, 70-10 is your away win. The bookies cannot separate 2 sides, but I'm giving it to Shrewsbury. Yes, I am. 1-0 win for them, 3 points in the bag, and away they go. That's, of course, my take. And if I'm right, this is what the table will look like. The Shrews up to 6, well done to them. Plymouth Argyle first, Ipswich remain in 2nd spot. Morecambe, Burton, MK Dons, and then the Vegans still going down. That's, of course, my take. Be sure to get your own take using the link right here, County Forecast League 1. And we do it all again very, very soon. But until then, smash your subscribe, smash your thumbs up, smash your little bell. We do it all again very, very soon. But until then, be safe out there. And, of course, keep on watching.